Well, hello everyone and good morning. My name is Wallace here from the SchoolRubric team, and I am super excited that you're joining us today because we're here talking with Jeanette Maynard, who's the new head teacher at Silverways School in London, which is part of the Kedleston Group. We are super excited to have you here to talk a little bit more about the new school, some of the new programs and projects that you have going on. Jeanette, how are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you, Wallace.
Excellent. Well, we have a few questions because we want to learn more about yourself and a little bit more about the school, but maybe we could start first by learning a little bit more about you. So tell us a little bit more about yourself, your experience in education, in particular working with students with autism and learning challenges.
Okay, thank you, Wallace. So I've been teaching now for 26 years in the East End of London. This is my third headship at Silverways School. I've been in and out of mainstream and special education all of that time. And I think I've worked out about a total of 18 years I've spent in special education. So this is the third specialist provision that I've been the head teacher of. For many years, I specialised in behaviour and social and emotional difficulties. And over time, I became increasingly interested in how children's neurodiversity resulted in those behavioural and social and emotional difficulties. And that kind of led me to learn more about autism and all the different neurodiversity presentations that children struggle with in school. And has led me to explore that field further, which is why I then found myself heading in this direction and now specialising in autism, moving away from other aspects of special needs.
Awesome. Really appreciate you sharing that. And it's very interesting to know a little bit more about your background and all of the experience that you're bringing to this new venture as head teacher of Silverways School. So let's talk a little bit more about that school. It must be very exciting to be appointed as a head teacher of this new purpose-built campus. A lot of us don't have the luxury or the opportunity to kind of christen a new school and really start from the very beginning and make sure that it's designed with the student in mind. A lot of us are taking over buildings or schools that are already in existence. So tell us a little bit more about some of the interesting features and spaces of the school that make it unique and will help to meet the needs of your learners.
So as you say, it's been designed with the needs of the learners at the forefront of the design process. And Kedleston Group already has a couple of schools within the group who specialise in autism, and so they've got some experience with what aspects of the building work well and are supportive of children's different needs. So when I first took on the role in January, this was a building site, and I'm now sat in one of our classrooms. So it's come a long way since then. So it's designed to be an enabling environment for the learners, and part of that is that it's a low arousal environment. So the colour scheme throughout the whole of the school has been chosen from the autistic colour palette. So it doesn't overstimulate or overwhelm the learners. The acoustics of the building are carefully designed, so it's not too echoey, not too much reverb in the building. The playgrounds, the classrooms are small, but they're the right size for up to 6 students. They're not too cavernous and they're not too compact. The outdoor space, again, it is small, but it's been really carefully designed so that we have a sensory circuit, we have a multi-use games area, we have an outdoor gymnasium. So it's all activities that allow the children to support their sensory integration and sensory processing needs through the simple act of getting exercise and playing and taking natural breaks through the day. And as you say, it's a real luxury to be in the position to do this, because most schools are designed to a plan to fit X amount of students in. And then once you're in the building, you have to try and adapt it to meet the needs of the learners. So it's a real joy. And it's what drew me to the job in the first instance, was being able to work in a school that's designed with all of those additional needs taken into account right from the very start.
Yeah, that's right. Talking a little bit more about the program, it's amazing to hear some about the spaces and some of the things that you've been able to do in terms of the color palette, in terms of some of the spaces and the facilities that you have. But let's talk a little bit about the program, because I read that one of the key facets of your program was about providing students opportunities to access career services, higher education, and work experience. Tell us a little bit about how the school plans to go about this and how that might be distinctive from the approach found in traditional schools.
So my team and I are really passionate that children with additional needs should still have the same access to the same educational opportunities as children without additional needs. So it's really important to us that our children are able to access accredited, recognised qualifications that enable them to access the job market when they leave school. Alongside that, we are planning to create a network of career mentors for children and young people. We're lucky enough that the school is located in Enfield Town, which is a really thriving community. There's lots of retail opportunities, lots of hospitality, lots of transport industries in a very short distance of the school. And we plan to work with local industries and tap into the skill sets and the connections that many of our families have to create a network of mentors for children so that we can link each individual directly with a person who works in the industry or profession that that young person is interested in working in when they leave school. So they can have regular, by the power of technology, regular mentoring sessions and connections so that these mentors will be able to advise and guide them in a far more meaningful way than a teacher can guide, or even a parent who doesn't work within that industry. Having that insider knowledge and those contacts, we think, is going to be really valuable for the young people. We're also going to create links with local colleges, local sixth forms, local apprenticeship schemes, so that we make sure that our children have got equal access to all of these features when they leave school at 16, so that we're a launching pad for whatever it is that they want to do once they reach adulthood.
Amazing to me, leveraging the community, leveraging the connections that you have, and really finding opportunities that are going to meet your students where they are. And talking about opportunities and leveraging resources, one of the things I'm always admired about your group is the fact that you are able to provide these specialized services for students with learning challenges and needs, yet you are part of a big group. So tell us a little bit more about what that means. What does it mean being part of a larger group like the Kedleston Group, but also being able to provide individualized attention to students while at the same time accessing the resources and collaboration with other sites and colleagues within the group?
So the Kedleston Group has 14 schools around the country, both day schools and residential schools. Alongside the schools, they have a corporate team that provides services and support to each one of the schools and the care homes within the network. And what this does is this allows us to tap into lots of different experiences, lots of different connections and skill sets. I don't have to go out looking for them. They're there at the end of a keyboard or at the end of the telephone. Support's always available. And what that does is that frees me and my team up so that we can focus our time and attention on making the experience of our students bespoke. We don't have to go out searching for resources or contacts or support. It's there at our fingertips. So we can focus our time and energies where the best impact is, and that's with the young people.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So I guess as we kind of close up, I think the question that most people will be interested to know is, when is the school going to be open? When can we find out more information? Where are you in the construction phase? I'm delighted to tell you, Wallace, that we opened today. So yes, we have our first students on site today. And that was possibly one of them knocking on the door behind me just a couple of minutes ago. So today is our grand opening, but we've opened on a small scale to begin with. So the grand opening's yet to happen. But the staff are so excited to have children in the building, bringing the school to life, starting to engage with the curriculum, starting to build relationships with the team and with each other. And we just plan to grow and grow from here. We've got other students that we're expecting to take up their places within the next couple of weeks. And then when the new school year, begins in September, we've got quite a significant number of pupils due to start when September comes around. So it's all actions
yeah, all hands to the pump today, making it work for the children. It's an exciting day. And as far as finding out more information goes, there is the Kedleston Group website. There is the LinkedIn website where I can be found, and Kedleston can be found. And I believe that Facebook is also one of the platforms that Kedleston share information with as well.
Excellent. Well, Jeanette, we really appreciate you taking some time today. I know it's super busy for you because you're officially opening your doors. I did not know that, but what a great culmination of such a long journey and process, the ending of one process and the beginning of others. So super excited for you, and we hope to stay in touch and learn more about the great things that your school is doing and some of your students are doing. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Wallace. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Take care.